Good evening, everybody. Barry here for Hull Jets manager. I've just got hold of Andy after we've just had our final results come through. A bit of Louise above him as well there. Hey there, Andy. There's your girlfriend. So, Andy.
Oh, yeah, nice.
Andy, it's been a tough old season. How's the season been for you, mate?
It's been a long one, hasn't it, Barry, really? We've said this for a while. It's been really long. It seems to have been going on and on and on. We've done well again, haven't we? We've made the playoffs, which was our initial goal. The league's been a lot tougher. Teams have been a lot tougher. Games have been good. We've played well. We've played really, really well. Got another good squad, haven't we? Good juniors coming through. We're fine, absolutely fine. And it's been a long season, and it's been up and down. Been some decisions and stuff like this been going on in the background, haven't there? Which we've not been very happy about. But going forward, we're in the playoffs, and that's what our aim was at the start of the season, and we're there.
As you say about the players, as you may have discussed many a nights, we've had discussions about the fact that we haven't been able to put a full team out at all this season, not once. But what it has done is allowed us to bring a couple of juniors up. I'm thinking like Ellis Martin, Owen McKay, two young lads, still under 18s. Big future ahead of them.
We've had Reggie in there, haven't we?
Reg as well. Yeah, got young Oliver now in goal as well.
Yeah, he's been playing the full season. We've got Kieran Robinson. He's just turned 20. He's just gone under 20s this year. He's been putting in the shift. He's had a really good season. All the lads have had. We've done well. We've got some good players. We've got good goaltenders. We've got good Ds. We're doing really well. Every game that we've been playing in, we've been in every game we've played. We've only got the games that we've lost, we've been beaten by an odd goal or so. So we've always been in the games. Only that game against Widnes where we got absolutely whitewashed, but that was our only bad performance this year. But going forward, it's been a real good season. I've enjoyed it, but it's just been a long season. It's been a tiring year this year. It's been really, really tiring.
I think we're all looking for the end of the season. Talking about Widnes, obviously our congratulations go out to them for winning the league. They have been the most consistent team this season.
We only have to look at what squad they've got though, Barry. They've got a lot of top players still. Ollie's got a good side there. They're a good side, and they're an intimidating side in their barn, out there, their rink. They're a good side. Then Bradford's doing well, Telford's doing well, we're doing well. And then you look at Coventry. They're no walkover. They're a good side. They're a really good side, fast side.
I've got to agree with you there. Coventry, to me, are the up-and-coming team.
Yeah.
They've got so many youngsters coming through. Their under-20s team are unbelievable.
Yeah.
And they're building a good ethos there at Coventry.
Yeah, and then you've got Altrincham. They've been the surprise people for me this year who haven't done that well. I think because they've lost a lot of players. They've taken a lot of penalties this year. And I think that's what's cost them this year.
We've also got Blackburn Hawks, haven't we?
They've done really well.
Got to give them full credit.
Christ, you look at Blackburn at the start of the season, look at Blackburn now, and the difference in performances, it's absolutely brilliant. They took Bradford 5-2 at their place.
Yeah. Took a point from the Aces.
Yeah, we struggled when we went to their place. They are taking points off, and they are looking as though they're going to be a good team next year. Yeah. And I hope they are, because they've put a lot of time and effort in. Obviously they came here and we beat them by the scoreline what we did, but they still kept going right to the end. But there is still another up and coming season for we've just been talking about next year. Who's going where and what's going on and stuff like this. I still can't see it's going to be sorted out until halfway through in summer, really, because there's teams saying they're going to go up, there's teams saying they want to stay down. There's these two new teams coming in. Where they're going to get this pool of players from, I've just got no idea. And like we've just been talking, Barry, I think there's going to be a few surprises next season. Whether it be teams not actually fielding squads, because this pool of 20 players that they're trying to find, I don't know where they're going to find these extra players from, because they're just going to be borrowing players from everywhere, and it's just going to feed on and feed on and feed on.
There's been an announcement recently of a number of players who have announced their retirements over the weekend. One of those that did announce their retirement is good old Jamie Lewis.
Yeah, great bloke. I love Jamie. Great kid.
I passed on our congratulations and told him he was always welcome here.
Yeah, absolutely.
And told him that the price of the ticket was just £5.25. Just a quick word about Jamie. He was with us for a couple of seasons. He's done a good job for us. He's looking at retiring now and moving on to doing a bit of coaching, I believe.
Yeah, good on him. Jamie has been here with 3 years now. He was with us for 3 years.
Yeah.
Jamie's a fantastic kid, love him to bits. He did so much for this club, especially when he came. He was great with the juniors. That's why I made him captain. He was a great captain for us, and I've got nothing but nice things to say about the bloke. He's now got a dog. Whether it's still a queer dog, I don't know, but apparently it was when he first bought it. And he's got things going on in his life, and Jamie's been a good lad for this club. So I've got nothing. I hope he's got a bright future, and he's the little one's on about trying to start hockey and stuff. So, and I hope he does get into coaching because it needs good coaches. I think Jamie would be really good with kids.
I think that's one thing that people don't really understand about the lady conference is that we all know each other. We all talk to each other. All the players chat. All the players get on together. But that also leads to the good competition that's out there. I'm a great believer. I've been a great advocate for the lady conference since I've been involved in it. I just think it's the most competitive league out there.
And I think, to be honest, I think this year's been even stronger than last year, especially with the depth of players that people have got, especially with like us. We've got Beacho back, obviously, then we've got Jamie Cobley back. And Jamie's been massive for us in the change room. We've kept like Acco, Gowan, Forrester, forwards, Richie Agger, Beacho, you can Jay's had a cracking season, and then you look at your D's, Alex Foreman, I think he's just an outstanding defenseman. Adam Simpson, Johansson, Joe Newlove's put in hell of a shifts this season. He can graft. Adam Simpson's done well, and then we've obviously picked up Boris. Boris is, even though we can't understand him, he's a great kid, and he's made a difference to our decor. And then obviously in the next we've obviously had Dean Bowater, who's always been outstanding for us, and Ollie's now training up with us, and going forward, we've been having like Tim Lyons and Kieran Timothy's been training with us, so it's boding quite well for us for the future. But it's just what's going to happen next season. I still don't think the leagues are not locked down. I don't think people actually fully understand what's going on next season. I think there's a lot of ifs and buts, and after the conversations that we've had over the weekend, I still think there's teams that are going to be going in certain leagues. It
is interesting when you talk to other managers and coaches around the league. But our season's not finished yet. We've still got 2 more games to go for this league.
Yeah, we've still got one in. We've got two in April. Obviously playing the rearranged fixture against Altrincham on the 6th, and then we're going to be playing Coventry on the 13th. Obviously I here on the 13th because I'm away in Turku. Sorry, Paul. But we'll do well. We'll always do well. We'll always have a competitive side. We've got great coaches at this club. We've got great managers. You and Paul Newlove have done an outstanding job again. Without you two, we wouldn't be where we are. And we've had the backing from the juniors. Chris and all the rest of the committee. They've been really good to us, and it bodes well for us. And ongoing, we'll be fine for next season. Depending what leagues we're in or what goes on, and who we're playing, which players are playing. We, like you said before, we never know until the last minute is normal.
I have to say the Jets family here at Hull are amazing. Our off-ice staff.
I've also missed that one player. One player that I think is probably the player of the season at the moment, and is so underrated, is Dan Ackford. People say to us he's superb, and he is. He's been brilliant this year.
He has been a cracking player.
Another very, very, very good player.
Yeah.
Which we're lucky to have.
Yeah.
Which all our players we're lucky to have, and we've said this. And like we had Jamie Lewis, we had Bridgie, we had Cam King.
Cam King, can't forget Cam.
No, Cam was another kid who gave us his all when he came. Harry Bridges, exactly the same, lovely lad.
Yep.
Danny Spence, absolutely great kid. Another kid, Danny, we forgot about Danny. Danny's had an absolute corking season.
Danny's really come out of his shell this year.
Really done well this year. And his expectations are massive for Danny, but he's had a really good season. He's a really good player, he's Danny. He doesn't realise how good he is.
We have got a fantastic team, a great bunch of lads. When they're together and they gel, there's nothing I'd put them up against anybody.
Yeah, absolutely.
One group of people that do help us out a lot is all the people that sell our match night programmes, our 50-50s. That's done by David and Jane Bowater.
Rachel's been doing well on the
Rachel's been fantastic. Sally Stanleyforth, Ken Thornton. I always forget names and I always get told off.
Rachel's been doing all the match reports and stuff like that.
Yeah, Rachel Aycott doing the match reports.
Max Spence, he's been chipping in here, there and everywhere, hasn't he?
Yeah, it's just... So what I wanted to put out to everyone is, and as you're aware, it's not just us three, yourself, me and Paul. there's a massive team that helped put this team out in the
Without
ice.
people like that, we don't have a team, do we? We don't, and we don't have match nights. We don't have things. You know, Thomas Daintith doing the music now. He's doing a cracking job. You know, just adds to the entertainment of the games. You know, everybody who's been coming to watch the games have enjoyed them. They love the standard. They didn't realise how good it was. They didn't realise how close the games were. I mean, you know, how fast the games were, because we've had some real fast games this season. You know, so it's been good. It's a good family. We've got a good Jets family. And I think we'll always have a good Jets family.
Well, finally, the last thing to talk about is the one that's on the back burner is playoffs.
Yeah.
We've made it to playoffs again. It's 2 years running.
Deserved it.
Yeah, I think the team's worked really well on it. We'll be joining Widnes Wild, obviously the winners of the league, Telford Tigers too, who finished second. And then there's us and Bradford. We can still switch positions if we get the results we want. Looks like it's going to be a cracking weekend again up at Widnes.
Yeah, you've got 4 really, really strong sides, haven't you? Really strong sides. And it'll just go down to probably an error in certain games, and that's what it'll cost teams. And you're always going to get errors on the games. It's just going to happen. But we stand a massive chance. I still think we're good enough to do it. I still think we're good enough to beat anybody, like we talked about. And I'd love to win it.
Well, as I see it, Andy, we've got 4 games left, and I want 4 more wins.
Yeah, it's possible, and I want it.
So, guys, I thank Andy for his time. He's got to get on the ice for the under-18s now. This bloke never stops. As he said, he's also the coach of the Northern Conference under-17s team. He also coaches the England under-15s. He's away halfway through April with the England team. So my thanks to the my thanks to Andy once again for a great season. Guys, 6th of April we're back at home. Face-off is at 5:15. Tickets are £5.25. It'd be great to see as many as possible here. We want to send the lads to playoffs with your noise ringing in their ears. The 6th of April, 5:15, we play the Altrincham Aces. 5:15 on the 13th of April, we play Coventry Blaze. Get yourselves down here, come and watch us. Tickets for the playoffs are still available. Go to the Widnes Wild, the YKK Widnes Wild webpage, and you can purchase your tickets there. I believe they're £15. We'll see you all here on the 6th. I'll try and do another update before then, if Andy's not away skiving somewhere else as well. Thanks again, Andy.
No worries, thank you very much, Barry.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers, guys.